Howdy neighbors. In today's video we have 3 goals. We're going to remodel our house, something that we borrowed off of another YouTube channel. I'll post it up on the screen in a few. Then we're going to go to the Woodland Mansion and pick up those delays. All of this has to be done before day 1000. So first things first, day 963, I logged into the game and immediately started terraforming alongside with setting up these little cotton markers. But then I had the idea of pillaring up. That way I can get a nice shot of the before and after. Take a look at it. Not too long after this, and this will not be here. We're going to have this beautiful life-size, I wouldn't say mansion, but a way bigger house than this is, overlooking this lovely lake. And then immediately went back to terraforming. This counts the side of the house, the back side of the house. I kind of carved into the mountainside, if you want to call it that, the hillside, just so I can leave some space because I didn't want it overcrowding the back wall so much. It would have looked ugly, especially because this house is going to be made out of glass, which I haven't decided if I'm going to do regular glass or stained white glass. Now what this entails is going to be a crap ton of bone meal that I'm going to have to use to stain that glass. So I know it's going to be a little bit more resources than I'm used to when I'm making my builds generally. But I mean, if it looks way better stained than it does regular glass, then I can't even complain. I might as well just go for the pretty factor. Now, shortly after finishing my terraforming project, that's when I started going to town and wreaking havoc on the old base. I went from knocking down the side panels, the roof, the front wall, went even as much as knocking out the back wall. Pretty much destroying everything, leaving a shell of its former self. Really, it was just the little aquarium that I kept, along with the glass pyramid, because that's all I wanted to keep from the old house. I then proceeded to dig 1 block down just to destroy the whole floor to make room for the new spruce flooring. And this here will be the supplies that we're going to be using for our base. Temp base, remember we're leaving this. I just want to leave it in okay condition. What we had before was not okay. Fast forward, I laid the calcite markers. This is gonna be that foundation for that rectangular shape that the overall shape of the house is gonna be. Yes, I know, boring rectangle, but it has to be done. I see it as kind of a means to an end. It would have been horrible / kind of hard to actually complete this task within the given amount of allotted time that I gave myself. Only because I see myself as a mediocre builder when it comes to Minecraft builds. Well, at least for the houses. I can't really say that same thing about the farms. Anywho, after completing the rectangular shape, which is so hard, I then started planning out the construction of the columns, at least the base layer, and that's when I noticed a little problem. The overall structure to the building was great. It's just that the stairs do not align anymore. It is nowhere near the middle. But that's fine. Day 967. I have a deadline. Plus, I've been in college before, so I know all about procrastination. We'll just do this later. It's fine. Let's just continue with the pillars. Right? Good. Anywho, after completing the columns and interlocking them as well, I then move on to the right side. Right side of the house did the same thing, built up the columns to the top, and successfully completed the outline of what will be the future balcony overlooking area. Boom. Next up, with the help of dirt blocks, amethyst blocks, and some scaffolding, I proceeded to create an arch for the front doorway. This is going to be the main focal point, so it has to be spot on. Like, spot on, spot on. Speaking of, aside from using torches to keep away the mobs, one reason I like working with torches and amethyst is, check this out. That shine it gives it. Ooh, so good. And just like that, the arch is complete. Moving right along, we get to the most tiresome and tedious. This probably took the longest out of the entire project. just because it was a step-by-step process. We're not just talking laying the white stained glass, you know, with a 20 by 15 area. That already is annoying. But no, what I'm referring to is that step-by-step process of cooking the sand, creating more bone meal when you run out, then staining the glass, then jumping back on top of the roof to try to finish it, only to realize that you ran out some more, so you got to complete the process again. Man, when I tell you, it was a mission. Yeah. But like every build previously we had, it's always satisfying laying that last block. Damn, I didn't do the back walls and the side walls. Fast forward. Made the second floor. Completed that. Boom. Now it's time for me to get those allays. Before that, here's a little sneak peek. Boop, boop. And so once again, I head down to my boat. Going right down to that path. This is where things kind of get a little, we'll say, froggy. I already know I'm going to go back to the island, use my little tunnel, get there as quick as possible. But as soon as I arrive to the mansion, I realize I don't really have anything that I can grab the allays with. This is my first time ever messing with these outside of looking at YouTube videos. I know you can throw certain items at them, but I'm going to try my luck with this dirt without having to Google it. I mean, I can easily do that, but here I was getting to the little cell, and hopefully they don't fly away. Uh-huh. Come on, buddy. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. All right. I guess I got to throw it at them. All right. Perfect. Cool. That's 2. Let me check the other. Hey, where you going, buddy? Where you going? Hey. All right. They're not leaving. Numero trace. Let's go. Damn it. Damn it. Grab it. Okay. Now you grab it. Perfect. I got 4. Yeah. Where's that little gold one at? Wasn't there a gold one here? Buddy. Buddy. That's not the gold one, but I'll take it. All right, cool. So 5, and if I lose 1, then I still have 4. Cool. Back to the voiceover. Easy peasy, so I headed out. Got kind of dark, so of course I kind of got scared, stopping along the way because I didn't want to get attacked. And I also lost 1 on the way. There's definitely 4 here. I'm going to take 1 home with me. Stop a little bit. And boom. Home. So, in order to keep these guys a little while longer, I just pretty much attached them to a fence post on the 1st and 2nd floor. And then I went back to the Lush Cave to see if I can find some more stuff. This you're actually going to see in my other video where it's another long play. No commentary. But this was the overall haul that I came home with. Jealous. Yes. 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 Anyways, went back home, and here is what I wanted to show you. This is the new and improved temporary base. She's a state-of-the-art classic 2-story mansion. Never seen anything like it. Only one of them in the world upon entry. You have our world map marker for this specific area in the Eastlands, followed by the praising iron gentleman. Up next, we have our kitchen with our fuel source, which I will be donating some stuff. Here is all our... I didn't want to do a super smelter here because I'm not going to be here, so there's no point in even putting that much stuff into it. Up next, after our fuel source, we have our food. And I'm really anal about organizing my stuff, so you'll see that in this video as well. Up next, we have our wood chests. Again, because it's a temporary base, I don't want to build out a new basement or a new room just to have a chest per wood type, so to speak. And so I opted for a more organized, minimal approach. Still kept my little lava pit on the side of the house because I didn't want to make it 100% ripoff of what was already made. Anywho, this is my little mob drop box. Same thing as I said before. Oh my god. And we're back. Here's my little armory. Here's my armory. I keep my swords and everything on the left side. Anything as far as like bows and shields, armors to the right. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna leave most of this stuff here. I don't need to take it with me because I already have armor at the main base. So it's just something that I wanted to keep here if and ever I'm ever in this little area. And same as before. This is honestly just me keeping everything organized, knowing that I'm about to take half this stuff out of here anyways. Because there are a lot of things that I definitely want to keep and bring back to my original base. We'll call it home. And there's some stuff where I can just leave here. I honestly don't mind. Feathers I'm not going to use. Those diamonds, of course, I am. Which brings us back to our miscellaneous box. Just a little bit more reorganizing, but all in all, I try to keep everything within like a three, like pairs of threes, we'll say. Unless we're talking about, of course, our ores. Ores, I kind of just do maybe 2 or 3 rows of iron because that's what I use a lot of. I probably am not the best diamond miner, so of course, I keep it maybe 1 row. Moving on along. Fast forwarding, we have our little enchanting area. Got my little 15 bookcases. Oh, and this is something I normally do. Left chest is going to be for these random stone items, only because I feel like I don't need to actually enchant my main tools. So I just kind of use them as a help to cycle through the new spells or new enchantments. And then, of course, you have your right side chest, which is fully lapis and books. And now we can drop off fishy number 3. Boop. There you go, buddy. Look at that. Blue and black. I wish before we left I could have actually had something else to actually put in that fish tank other than just the 3 fish, but for another episode. And for the main base, we'll probably double up on the aquatic area. This is the entire second floor lit up. I have my lovely balcony made from amethyst overlooking our farm. I probably gotta reduce those cows there. And it's overlooking all of this. Look at that. I remember when we first started in this little area. Bam. The mansion is down that way. And then, of course, you see a little village in the distance. Let's head on back inside now and take a look at the other portions of the house. Here we have the inside. Again, amethyst and just a little bit of a pane. Glass pane, sorry. The room, I didn't want to make an actual room just because why would we want to make a glass room instead of a glass house? Nor do I want to open up a room for like wood if you're using a glass house. Oh, crap. Okay. Let's go, Betty, by time. And then voiceover man, you can take over. And just like that, I woke on day 995. We almost hit 1,000, and looks like we completed our goal of creating the mansion. Not only that, getting the allays. That haul from the other video was nice too. And so, we're off. Here is everything that we found in the Eastlands. Everything from swords, discs, the axolotls I'm not going to leave here. That I'm taking to the main base because I don't have anything near my immediate area. So I'm taking these. This is my... Oh, you know what? Let me actually... Here. My rails bag. My book bag. Ores. My miscellaneous / kind of important items. Food / enchanted items. Mob drops that I'm taking. Kind of self-explanatory. Yes, this is all pretty much self-explanatory here. Just, I want to show you guys. And then now, for the main attractions. Nice little decorations, nature. And then I have my map / other miscellaneous bag. my bamboos that I'm going to take, that way I can actually have some scaffolding in my main area. And then lastly, my golden iron. I actually don't have any bamboo, once again, in my immediate home map. So that's pretty much why I even bothered to take these. I had zero scaffolding, and having to pillar up from dirt is not always the best thing. And so our journey's over in this part of the map. We'll take one look back at the house. Enjoy it. We don't know when we're coming back. Up next, we'll be seeing our home base. But until then, catchphrase! Well, that's all for now. If you like the video, then go ahead and drop a comment. If you really like the video, you can go ahead and subscribe. But if you don't like the video, then why are you here?